It's definitely changed. When I was younger and kind of got everything I knew about sport from him, he was a very competitive person, and that definitely rubbed off on me when I was younger. Um, I can remember playing for, that U8 team, um, or U10 team rather. I wasn't much of a team player. I hated losing, so for me, it wasn't so much a team sport. It was how how many goals I could score in a game or for the year. Like I wanted to be that top player, and I I didn't really care how my team did or my teammates did. Like I wanted to win, but I didn't care if they were a part of that or not. Um, and I kind of kept that attitude basically right up, well, probably till I started high school. Um, because growing up on that small island, we most of my teams, or well, all my teams were always co-ed, and playing against the larger towns like we had to, they had those segregated boys and girls teams. So I always put a lot of pressure on myself to try and make us as competitive as we could, even though pretty well you knew going in that you weren't coming out the top dog. But I put a lot of that pressure on myself. Um, so once I got to high school and started kind of playing with some of those larger teams and those all boys teams, you kind of go from being the big fish in a small pond to a pretty small fish in a bigger pond. So I'd say in high school my attitude kind of changed from being pretty well a real individual type player to more of a team player. I still had that really competitive side to me where I would pretty well do anything for my team to win, but I would definitely try and incorporate the players around me just because I had a better support network of players. So it's definitely changed in that aspect, but I'd say as well, since I've gotten older, I've kind of moved away entirely from playing those competitive sports. Um, Primarily just from the number of injuries I've accumulated over the last couple of years. I've had 2 knee surgeries, a herniated disc in my back, broken hand, and kind of just got to the point where it wasn't really worth it anymore for me. Like you kind of get to a point where you're willing to break down your body anymore if you're not getting anything out of it. But kind of what I've taken from the sports I played was definitely the training. So that's something that I definitely keep in my lifestyle. Is the training is pretty well secondary to me now. So it's definitely a regular part of my schedules. Keeping the same sorts of training regimens that you have growing up playing those team sports. Trying to train 3, 4, 5 days a week, whatever you can fit into your schedule. Yeah, that's definitely kind of the progression that I've seen in myself.